Well, my chat today with you is about, guess what? Pipelines. But a bit of a different take than the usual Alberta versus BC on the Trans Mountain pipeline. We're looking this week at a court decision from the Supreme Court, the Free the Beer, so-called Free the Beer decision. It's dealing with a New Brunswick man who in 2012 went to Quebec and got half a dozen cases of cheaper beer, brought it over the border back home. The police, RCMP were watching for this kind of thing, and they gave him a ticket for about $300 because you're only really allowed to bring over 12 pints of beer into New Brunswick because New Brunswick, like every other province in the country, has a monopoly on the importation and distribution of alcohol. Well, this case made its way to the Supreme Court because the man involved in this said that Canadians should be allowed to go back and forward freely from province to province, bringing goods back and forward. But the court said, look, provinces have a right to limit that kind of trade. They can't punish another province, but they do have a right to protect their borders. So now we're getting back to the pipeline dispute. And you get experts from all sides on this, some saying this decision has an impact or could impact on the pipeline dispute between Alberta and BC, and others saying no, it doesn't impact at all. Well, we'll see what actually happens, because those who say it will impact point out that provinces can't punish other provinces when it comes to interprovincial trade. Therefore, Alberta cannot punish BC by restricting the flow of gasoline from Alberta to the Lower Mainland. But you got those saying, well, then BC should not be allowed to punish Alberta by restricting the flow of bitumen through pipelines. So it's a really complicated case and decision. And what it's really doing is making an already really complicated issue involving pipelines even more complicated. I'm Thomson with the Edmonton Journal.